And we thank you for being here for this BenQ Cup. Make sure you guys give them a follow on Twitter at BenQ America. Make sure you follow UMG Events on Twitter as well as UMG Online. If you want to give some love to the casters, at Maze's Realm and at Rage Duffman, you guys can connect with us. We're very active, as you guys can see in the chat, but we're jumping into the gameplay. We've got Glory versus Top 32, and we'll start on board with your guys from Glory. Going to secure that A flag, and already it's going to be Tranquil to get shut down by Beacon, pushing that C flag.
Absolutely right, and unfortunately, my Xbox is frozen, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to radio this for you.
Nice.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to do that because I'm restarting this. You know, things happen, first world problems, but either way, as we did mention, Glory, and, you know, they are ranked 7th here in this ladder, and so that's going to be a discerning factor in this matchup. But right now, you know, Duff, call it like you see it, my friend.
Well, 3 will go down there for Glory, leaving Tranquil all by himself, so that B flag will remain neutral somehow. Tranquil will get a 2-piece on that B flag, and that was absolutely massive. We're on board with Nudo right now. He'll get shot down by your boy Kong, and we'll switch on over to Glory to see what they're doing as they've been able to capture that A and B flag. Kong just going to sit B Dom and see if he can get a couple picks. He's got that Remington. There's one on Hums, and now he'll just kind of push into bottom pawn. See if finds a player bottom gas, and that's going to be hidden. It's early on Glory with that map control.
And that's exactly what you need to be able to see from Glory. I mean, they are ranked 7th, but they didn't have an easy road, I'm sure, and they're trying to fight as much as they can and keep that opposing team at bay. But so far, there's still plenty of time left here on this matchup. And, you know, Octane is the type of map that you really have to be able to control those long sight lines and be able to dominate on those power positions. If you can't get that down to an art by the second half, it goes away from you very quickly.
3 go down here for Top 32. Kong still going off. That A and B flag have remained in control of Team Glory as they've started to take away a little bit of a lead here. 13 points within the first 2 minutes of gameplay. We'll stay with Glory here. Pushing on over with KEs. Finds player bottom hotel. He's got that Remington. And interestingly enough, that is the second player I've seen with the Remington. 2 Remingtons, 2 Vectors. That's the setup that Glory has been rocking, and up until this point, as 3 go down, it's been working for them. They've been able to get in those power positions and allow players like Tranquil with that Vector to get in their spawn and cause some havoc for Team Top 32. But Top 32, Mark, seems to be struggling. Guys at home, tweet out the stream. Finally back in some gameplay. This is a semi-final round between Glory and Top 32. Both these teams battling it out for a chance at $4,000 if they take first place and $1,000 if they take second. We got to switch over, though, to the other side. Everyone seems to be struggling from Top 32 with the exception of this guy, Jay Nudo. 10-5 right now with that Remington. Make it 11-5 as he picks up that kill before he goes down. We're going to stick on board with him, though, as he comes out of respawn to see what this kill-death ratio leader's doing for his squad.
And that's one thing that you have to be able to do if you're just making sure that you're holding down those power positions, that you just make sure that you stay alive. That's the main important part in a slaying AR role. And as you have your supporting SMG players rush into that middle of the map, you'll be able to see that control really favor your squad right now. But Glory seems to be still in the lead, I believe, here. Correct me if I'm wrong, as I'm still not in the game. But I'm working my way in. Bear with me, guys.
C flag will get contested here for Top 32, not to rotate back. Godnade comes in from KEs to pick up Hidden, but that C flag will finally be able to be called home for Top 32 as your A and B flag will go right back into the control for Glory. Hidden will get shut down. Jay Nudo now 13-7, and he's in a power position here. Top broken. Got eyes on Strip, eyes on B Dom, as well as Gas. He's got eyes on the entire map, and if he can stay alive in this area of the map and not try to get too aggressive, allow his players to do so, then he'll be able to lock things down. His team can push up, and they can secure a little bit of some points in this deficit, Mark. Now down 85-46 against Glory.
Yeah, and right now, that's a difficult situation to be in if you're Top 32. You don't want to drop down that much, but the good thing is if you overextend to those enemy home flags and you neutralize them, you can start flipping the map a little bit more and start to get the map control that you need to pile on those points. Unfortunately, right now for Top 32, they find themselves down by a bunch, and they're really going to have to triple cap for a long time on the second half if they want to have themselves a chance here.
Now, guys, these two teams are part of the top 32 in the ladder that have made it this far into the playoffs. And interestingly enough, these are the 6th and 7th seed. Top 32 or not, the 6th seed. Glory, of course, the 7th. And right now, it's Glory out fragging against top 32. Your final score on the first side here will be 102 to 56. Wow. Incredible gameplay coming out of Glory. It almost seems, at least with Domination, this does not look to be top 32's game type. It's definitely Glory's one to lose as they head into the second side, Mark.
Well, I mean, they're going to already be playing from their back foot. They're going to have to make sure that they get regrouped and get search and destroy going after this matchup. If they can't come back, there's still an entire second half that is unveiling in front of your guys' eyes there, and we'll be able to see if Glory can hang on. They do have a nice lead. They need to continue to maintain that map control like they have been all game long.
Let's switch on over to Glory here. I'm on board with Kong, really the objective leader of this team. He's also getting it done in the KD column as well. 13 and 9, using that Remington where he's comfortable. Lots of player down here, bottom pond, and that'll be a pickup on Beacon to make that trade. But B-Flag remains neutral, and really Glory doesn't have to make a move here, Mark. They've got a healthy lead, and all they have to do is wait for these guys over on top 32 to try to make some plays. And as 3 go down from top 32, that's going to be an easy opportunity for Glory to hop on it, and they will early on take the C and B control within the first minute of gameplay.
Absolutely right, and honestly, you couldn't have said it better. That's exactly what you do when you set yourself a nice cushion of points going your way. You get that comfortable cushion and you can just sail on through, let the enemy be the aggressors, and just sit pretty and continue to hold on to at least one flag. They can't lose this game, Duff, unless they lose their home flag and get trip capped. And right now, it just doesn't seem like top 32 has an answer quite yet.
Not an answer to be had. Kong now 18 and 11. Can he get the turn on? He can't. He'll get shut down, as does another player from Glory. Simple will drop. KS now top pawn, finds a player, top semi-strip, gets a two-piece, finds that other player, Humvees, but his teammate's there to clean it up, and that B-Flag, after going neutral, with 3 going down from top 32, will be an easy jump for Glory. Now all of top 32 is spawning bottom motel, have their work cut out for them as they push out across the map. And really what they need here, Mark, is they desperately need an overextension. They need to get over to Glory's C flag, cap that flag, not neutralize it, then make a play for B and see if they can continue to force a spawn trap for Glory over behind that diner.
And behind the diner or even the strip club, those are 2 really good spawn lock locations there. But honestly, Glory just needs to stay patient and continue to control 2 flags. They don't have to push anything at all. They just, top 32 is going to find themselves having a little bit of an issue in this one. And so what they have to do is just regroup and just get ready for the next match. You know what they always say, you got to have a short-term memory if you start off a little slow. But you got to give it up to Glory, though, because they deserve a lot of credit by the way that they've been controlling the map all game long.
2 minutes and just under 30 seconds left here. 150 to 86 as Glory has built themselves quite a comfortable lead. It would require a triple cap from top 32 to really be able to make a play here. Hidden, though, gets a crazy 2-piece. Bottom gas, and now he's going to make some plays here on the B flag. Let's switch on over to him and see what he's up to as he tries to lead this top 32 team back to victory.
Man, that is going to be a game changer if they could get something going late like this. And when you get things going late, that's what really gives you the motivation that you need. And I really hope that they at least get a little bit of motivation going their way, because they need to be able to have a momentum shift, just a little one. And that will help them out quite a bit, because this is now a best of 5. So there is a little bit more wiggle room, as we already know. But Glory still has the lead, it seems like, as this one is starting to come to a close slowly but surely.
Hidden trying to turn things up there, and he had a moment of just brilliance. Unfortunately, he's definitely the teammate that is struggling right now. 8 and 26. His teammates, though, Nudo 31 and 17, Beacon 13 and 23, and Hums 18 and 22. Really, Jay Nudo putting the team in his backpack the best he can, getting the slaying done. And we'll switch on over to Jay Nudo to see what he's up to as he comes out of spawn. But right now, a 70-point differential for Team Glory, as they've just been able to absolutely demolish top 32 in this domination on Octane. Now, with that the question that just begs from me, Mark, is
Yeah.
T32 is higher seeded right now than Glory coming into this playoff. And had this maybe been a different map, we might have seen different gameplays coming out of them. Maybe if it was on a strike zone or a map like Freight, a smaller one, where you would have seen those subs play a factor. I'm not sure, but we might find out later on if we do get to games 4 and 5. Domination will be on strike zone the next time these two teams play it. But S&D is coming up next, and I'm hoping for Top 32's sake that they've got a strong S&D game.
Well, they're going to need it because, I mean, even though you have a little bit more wiggle room in a best of 5, you got to be a strong S&D team because you're going to end on S&D if you do force a game 5. If you have a weak S&D game, it's really going to come back to bite you because you can't just say, you know what? Well, what are we going to do? Are we just going to let that one slip away and see if we get lucky on a respawn? It doesn't work out that way. So that's something you have to keep in mind for sure. As I'm still trying to make my way in so I can cast some Search and Destroy here. But guys, I appreciate the support there in the chat. I know that casting wasn't the best on my end because I wasn't in the game. But hopefully I can get in and call it like I see it here with Dub.
Big shout out to Mark. I think it sounded like you were in the game. I think it was great. Casting, and he could not even see anything. I'm impressed.
Blind casting.
Hopefully we can get you in here. If you just hit Y and then scroll over to me and join my game, you might be able to join off of me. But it doesn't seem like we're going to be switching hosts just yet.
Fantastic.
S&D Warhawk, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next. I want to see your guys' predictions in the chat. Who's here rooting for Glory? Who's here rooting for Top 32? I want to see the support out there. But based on that first map where you saw Glory just absolutely wreck Top 32 on Domination Octane, what are you guys' predictions for the rest of the series? This is a best of 5. Do you think Glory can win this S&D, take Blitz Freight, and that's going to be a quick 3-0 into finals? Or do you think Top 32 can give them a run for their money? Honestly, you can't count out Jay Nudo. He dropped 30-something kills that match. I'll tell you the exact. He dropped 33 kills, 33 and 19. The next closest player on his team was Hums, dropping 20 and 26, going negative. So obviously, Jay Nudo is a factor for the team. It's going to be whether or not the rest of the squad can turn up and allow them to get a victory in S&D.
Absolutely right. And honestly, like you said, that one player almost dropping 40. And I did see in the chat that people were rooting for him to drop 40. So that's an interesting premise right there, how that worked out. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how this works out. And you said that the map was going to be Freight for S&D, right?
Warhawk for S&D. Are you in the game?
No, I'm not. Not quite yet. Can't make it.
They just started it. But we'll get Mark here in the game, hopefully. If not, he'll have to join and go old school casting. But I see you guys in the chat. Are these all amateur teams? These are amateur teams, most of them. They've played in the UMG Online 4v4 MLG variant ladder and have made it this far to place Top 32 to play for the playoffs and compete for a chance at a $5,000 prize pool. The winning team here takes home $4,000. That's crazy. For a squad, for a team that's trying to perform together and try to make a name for themselves in the scene, $4,000, that's an event. This team can go to UMG Dallas in a month with that kind of money and, you know, have an opportunity to play and compete with the best, make a name for their brand and really for themselves. And that's what's crazy. And that's what's so awesome about BenQ and UMG getting together and partnering up to make this happen. This was free entry. This is not anything that anybody had to buy into. This was just purely on rank, purely on competitive skill, and these teams have an opportunity to make a name for themselves here with this BenQ Cup. Guys, tweet out the stream. You can tag myself at RageDuffBen. You can tag at Mace's Realm, but you better tag at BenQ America and at UMG Online. We'll retweet some of those tweets and let you guys know and recognize you guys for your support here for the BenQ Cup. But guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break, literally the quickest commercial break as we get Mark into this lobby. That way we can continue to cast this game and let everybody know what's going on between these two teams.